Hi, I'm Dr. Sterling, and welcome back to our series on how to protect your vision even while you sleep. If this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I promise you, what we share on this channel could help you see life more clearly in more ways than one. Now, let me ask you something that might hit close to home. Have you noticed it's getting harder to read at night? Do your eyes feel dry, scratchy, or sore when you wake up in the morning? Or maybe, just maybe, you've started to feel like the world around you is slowly losing its sharpness. If this sounds familiar, hear me clearly. You are not alone. This isn't just aging. This is silent vision decline, a systematic assault on your eye's defenses that happens, believe it or not, while you sleep. Yes, while you sleep. That's when most of the damage actually settles in. I've seen it over and over again in my patients over 60. The day starts with blurry words on the morning newspaper. By evening, you're squinting at the TV screen, adjusting your glasses over and over. Then, the fear behind the wheel begins. The glare from headlights that shatters into a blinding starburst. The halos that turn every street lamp into a fuzzy trap. And then, the ultimate heartbreak. Looking at the face of someone you love and realizing the details are gone. That sharpness, that life, it's fading. It's frustrating. It's frightening. And I understand how that feels, because I've had patients in tears, wondering if there's anything they can do to stop it. But here's what they didn't know and what I want to share with you today. Sometimes it's not the big things that make the difference. It's the small habits done at the right time, like just before bed, that can help nourish your eyes from the inside out. In fact, tonight I'm going to show you 4 powerful natural oils that can quietly go to work while you sleep. They're safe, they're simple, and you probably already have one of them in your kitchen. Let's begin. Let's start with the first oil. It's one you may already have sitting right there on your kitchen shelf. Extra virgin olive oil. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that just for cooking? Actually, no. Olive oil has been used for thousands of years, not just as food, but as medicine. And when it comes to your eyes, especially dry, aging eyes, it holds the secret most people overlook. You see, as we age, the tear film that protects our eyes starts to break down. This tear film is what keeps your eyes moist, clear, and comfortable. But over time, inflammation, oxidative stress, and poor nutrition cause that film to thin, leading to the burning, itching, and blurry discomfort many seniors wake up with. This is where olive oil becomes your first line of defense. It's loaded with oleic acid, a powerful fat that commands inflammation to stand down at the cellular level. But more importantly, it contains a compound called hydroxytyrosol, one of the most powerful natural antioxidants known to science. In fact, a 2022 review in the journal Nutrients delivered a critical verdict. Hydroxytyrosol acts as a bodyguard for your retinal cells, shielding them from oxidative damage, the very kind of damage linked to age-related vision loss. Listen closely. This isn't about masking symptoms. This is about arming your eyes to repair themselves from the inside out, starting at the cellular level. And because your eyes do most of their housekeeping work at night, just like the rest of your body, taking a small amount of olive oil before bed gives your system the fuel it needs right when it's doing the repair. Now here's how that looks in real life. One of my patients, Charles, 72 years old, had been struggling with dry, irritated eyes every morning. He tried eye drops, warm cloths, even humidifiers. Nothing gave lasting relief. So I asked him to try something simple. Take 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil before bed. Just 2 weeks, that's all it took. He came back and told me, with the relief I could feel in his voice, "Doc, for the first time in years, I wake up and my eyes, they just open. No grit, no fire, just clarity." It was that simple. But a word of caution here. Not all olive oils are created equal. To get the full benefit, you need to choose a high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin variety, ideally organic, stored in a dark glass bottle. And avoid anything labeled light or pure. That usually means it's been refined and stripped of its healing properties. Also, don't heat it, don't cook it. We're using this oil as a nightly nutritional eye treatment, not a frying pan ingredient. So, to recap, olive oil helps replenish the natural oils in your tear film, reduce inflammation, and protect your retina, all while you sleep. And best of all, it takes just 1 spoonful. Coming up next, we'll explore another surprising oil that most people never think of for eye health, yet it's loaded with one of the most powerful nutrients for your retina. Stick with me. Now let's talk about a lesser-known oil that deserves far more attention: avocado oil. Most people think of it as a trendy cooking fat, but in reality, it's one of the richest natural sources of retina-friendly nutrients. And when taken before bed, it can support the very part of your eye responsible for central vision. Here's how. Inside your eye, there's a small area called the macula, the part of your retina that lets you read, recognize faces, and see fine detail. And this tiny area is ground zero for oxidative stress as we age. This is where avocado oil doesn't just help, it dominates. Avocado oil is packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that are actually stored inside your macula. They act like internal sunglasses, filtering out harmful blue light and reducing cumulative damage over time. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Medicine confirmed it. Higher blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin directly correlate to stronger macular pigment density, the very shield essential for long-term visual clarity. And here's the key. Because it's delivered in its natural, fat-soluble form, your body absorbs these nutrients with maximum efficiency, something a synthetic pill can't replicate. But that's not all. Avocado oil also contains a high amount of monounsaturated fat, which helps carry these pigments into retinal tissues more efficiently. Plus, it delivers a healthy dose of vitamin E, an antioxidant known to protect photoreceptor cells from degeneration. In simple terms, it helps nourish and shield your retina while you sleep. And again, this isn't just theory. Maria, a 68-year-old retired teacher, came to me complaining of night vision problems. She said headlights felt blinding, reading at dusk was a strain, and she constantly needed brighter lights in the evening. We looked at her diet and saw barely any natural carotenoids. So we made one change. Add a teaspoon of cold-pressed avocado oil to her dinner about 2 hours before bedtime. Within a month, the results were undeniable. She told me, her voice beaming, "Doc, the world doesn't go dark for me at 5 p.m. anymore. Last night I sat on my porch and read a whole chapter. The words were just there, clear as day." This wasn't a miracle. This was targeted nutritional science delivered correctly. So if you're looking for a natural way to protect your central vision, especially at night, avocado oil is worth your attention. But just like with olive oil, quality matters. Choose a cold-pressed, unrefined avocado oil, deep green in color, and stored in a dark bottle to preserve its nutrients.
And remember, consistency is key. Think of it like brushing your teeth. One night won't change everything, but weeks of steady nourishment, that's where the long-term difference happens. Coming up next, we'll look at an oil that's often overlooked but can be a game changer for anyone struggling with inflammation around the eyes. You won't want to miss it.
Now, we need to talk about the invisible enemy attacking your eyes from within: inflammation. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but inside your eyes, especially as you age, inflammation can slowly damage the glands that produce tears, disrupt your tear film, and leave your eyes dry, red, and painfully irritated. And one of the best natural tools we have to fight this hidden threat is flaxseed oil. Here's why. Flaxseed oil is one of the richest plant sources of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that the body uses to regulate inflammation. Unlike fish oil, which contains EPA and DHA, flaxseed oil provides a plant-based alternative that still supports ocular surface health, tear production, and even meibomian gland function. This isn't just theory. A 2015 randomized controlled trial in the Cornea Journal proved it. Patients with moderate dry eye who supplemented with flaxseed oil experienced significant, measurable improvements in tear quality and eye comfort within just 30 days. And the best part? It works from the inside out, reducing systemic inflammation that contributes to eye discomfort, not just masking the symptoms. Let me give you a real-world example. Ronald, 70, came to me with a common complaint. I feel like I have something in my eyes all the time, but there's nothing there. He was constantly wiping tears away, but his eyes still burned. His ophthalmologist said it was chronic inflammation affecting his tear glands. We added 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed flaxseed oil to his nightly routine, taken about an hour after dinner. 3 weeks later, he looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, the torment is over. I sleep through the night now. No stinging, no sand in my eyes. That constant battle, it's finally quiet." It was simple, it was gentle, and it was decisive. Now, flaxseed oil does have a stronger taste than the others we've talked about. Some people prefer taking it in capsule form. Just make sure it's high quality, refrigerated, and free from added fillers or sugars. And like all the oils we've discussed so far, consistency is everything. You're not just doing this for tonight. You're doing it to build long-term protection against inflammation that can quietly steal your vision over time. So if your eyes often feel sore, red, or just off, especially in the morning or after screen time, flaxseed oil might be exactly the kind of gentle, natural support your body's been missing. Next, we'll move on to a more familiar oil, but one with serious science behind it when it comes to preventing age-related vision loss. And yes, we're finally going to talk about fish oil. Now let's talk about the oil. You've probably heard of the most fish oil. It's popular, yes, but few people truly understand how powerful it can be when it comes to preserving vision, especially as we age. The reason? 2 powerhouse omega-3s. You've likely heard of them, EPA and DHA. But for your eyes, DHA isn't just important, it's foundational. It's a primary building block of your retina itself. In fact, the retina contains more DHA than almost any other part of the body. Without enough of it, photoreceptor cells begin to deteriorate. And over time, this can lead to age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. But here's the hopeful part. In the large-scale AREDS 2 age-related eye disease study, researchers found that participants who consumed higher levels of omega-3s, especially DHA, had a lower risk of progression to advanced AMD. And a 2021 review published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences concluded that DHA plays a critical role in reducing retinal inflammation, improving photoreceptor survival, and maintaining visual acuity. Let me put this plainly. Fish oil isn't about comfort, it's about preservation. It builds a shield around your retina to defend against irreversible long-term damage. I've seen this firsthand. Sharon, a 74-year-old retired nurse, came to me after a routine eye checkup. Her doctor told her she had early-stage macular degeneration, and she was terrified of going blind. I looked at her lifestyle and noticed something missing. No fish, no omega-3s, no nutritional eye support. So we added one simple habit: 2 high-quality fish oil capsules before bed, each with at least 500 milligrams of DHA and 250 milligrams of EPA. 3 months later, her retinal scan showed no further degeneration, and more importantly, her vision had stabilized. I'll never forget what she told me. She leaned forward, her voice steady, and said, "Dr. Sterling, I came here feeling like I was on a cliff's edge, waiting to fall. Now, I feel like I'm standing on solid ground. I have a fighting chance." That's what the right nutrients can do. especially when you give them to your body during its natural repair cycle at night. If you're choosing a fish oil supplement, here's what I recommend. Look for molecularly distilled triglyceride form, and preferably from small cold water fish like anchovies or sardines. Avoid generic omega blends that don't list DHA and EPA content. You need precision here. And always take it with food to enhance absorption, preferably your last meal of the day or just before bed. So, if you're concerned about vision loss, especially central vision or a family history of AMD, don't overlook fish oil. It's more than a heart supplement. It's a vision protector, and it works while you rest.
Next, we'll put all of this together into a simple, easy-to-follow nightly ritual so you'll know exactly what to do to nourish your eyes starting tonight. So, you have the 4 defenders of your vision. Let's now forge them into a simple, powerful nightly ritual. This isn't about adding another chore to your day. This is about creating a deliberate act of self-preservation that takes less than 5 minutes. You don't need fancy products or expensive treatments. What you need is a simple habit done consistently. Just a few minutes each night, and you're giving your eyes the kind of quiet, natural support they rarely get.
Start with olive oil. If your eyes often feel dry or gritty in the morning, try taking 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil about 30 minutes before bed. You can take it on its own or with a small piece of whole grain bread if that's more comfortable for you. The key is to avoid heating it and let it work inside your body during those nighttime repair hours. Next is avocado oil. This one is especially helpful if you're concerned about your central vision. Things like reading, recognizing faces, or seeing clearly at dusk. Try adding a teaspoon of unrefined avocado oil to your dinner, or take it separately 1 to 2 hours before bed. The healthy fats in avocado oil help transport vision-protecting nutrients like lutein and vitamin E right into the tissues of your retina while you sleep. Then comes flaxseed oil. If you've been dealing with eye redness, irritation, or that feeling like there's something in your eye, this oil is your ally. Take a tablespoon of refrigerated, cold-pressed flaxseed oil about an hour after dinner. If you don't like the taste, flaxseed oil capsules work too. Just make sure they provide enough ALA and come from a high-quality source. And of course, fish oil. If you have a family history of macular degeneration or your doctor has already mentioned early signs, don't overlook this. Fish oil capsules that contain both DHA and EPA, especially at night, can help shield your retina and reduce further damage. Take them with food, ideally right after dinner, so your body can absorb them fully before you rest.
Now, you might be wondering, can you combine these oils? Yes, absolutely. You might take flaxseed oil with your dinner, olive oil closer to bedtime, and add fish oil capsules afterwards. Or you can rotate them throughout the week, depending on your needs and comfort. And remember the golden rule. Forget perfection. Prioritize consistency. Just like brushing your teeth, it's the non-negotiable daily act that builds lasting protection. It's the daily repetition that builds real protection over time. The results won't come overnight, but week by week, month by month, your eyes will thank you.
Just one more reminder, always choose high-quality oils. Look for words like cold-pressed, organic, or molecularly distilled. Make sure they're stored in dark bottles, kept fresh, and free from added sugars or flavorings. And if you're on any medication or have an eye condition, it's a good idea to check with your doctor before starting anything new. But for most people over 60, this is one of the gentlest, most natural ways to support your eyes without any extra burden on your body. Up next, I want to share a closing message, something that I believe will stay with you long after this video ends. Because no matter where you are right now, your eyes still deserve a chance to see clearly. Again, if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to say something very simple, but very real. Thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day, your week, your life, to care about your eyes.
That tells me something important. It tells me you haven't given up. You still believe that how you see the world matters. And you're right, it does. You see, the biggest myth I've heard from patients over 60 is this: it's too late. Too late to make a change,
too late to protect what's left, too late to see clearly again. But I need you to hear this. Hear it loud and clear. It is not too late. Your body has not given up on your eyes. It is wired to heal. It is fighting to repair. Your job is to give it the ammunition.
They still deserve the nutrients, the attention, and the love that every part of your body does. And sometimes it's the smallest daily habits that make the biggest difference, like a spoonful of oil before bed. This isn't a miracle, it's not a cure, but it's a step. A small, consistent act of self-care that says, I'm not giving up on my vision.
And the truth is, when you take care of your eyes, you're not just protecting your sight. You're protecting your independence, your connection to people, your ability to read your grandchild's birthday card or see your partner's smile from across the room. That's worth protecting, always.
So I hope you'll try even one of the oils we talked about today. Not just tonight, but over time. Give it a few weeks. Be patient. Let your body do what it was built to do. Support it, and it will support you back. And if this video helped you, if even one part of it made you think, yes, I needed to hear that, then I'd be honored if you gave it a like. Feel free to share it with someone you care about. Leave a comment below and let me know which oil you're going to try first, or what's helped your eyes the most so far. Your experience might inspire someone else. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you as part of this community. This isn't just a channel. It's a place where we help each other age with clarity, dignity, and strength. Until next time, take care of your eyes, take care of your body, and never stop fighting for the belief that better days and clearer vision are not just possible, they are ahead. Take care of your eyes. They're the only pair you've got.